What's going on YouTube? It's your host Bruce GNT, and we're back with another video. We're back again on TikTok, and you know what? I'm gonna stop giving TikTok a lot of flack because, okay, scratch that. I'm gonna stop giving certain parts of TikTok and certain aspects of TikTok a lot of flack because I go to the STEM section where they talk about like a lot of science, a lot of like math and whatnot. And a bit of it is for like students that are probably about to take the ACTs, SATs, and just like a lot of practice work. But there's like a lot of other things on there too, like animal facts and just facts on the human body. So I'm enjoying that part. When it comes to the rest of it, it's pretty bad out there. And you know what? Honestly, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So as long as it's still here, because you know, I heard, I don't know, January 26th or whatever is probably gonna go away. I don't know. I'll find out about that when it happens, but yeah, the gift that keeps on giving. So we have a video. This came across because I usually just type in certain like keywords to find, you know, content, like try to think, okay, what can I talk about, what's going to catch my eye, and this one is interesting. So essentially this young lady right here, I'm going to put her profile in the description, you know, give her a little bit of credit, because I don't think it's right for me to use someone else's content and not give them credit. I think that's kind of foul, even if I don't agree with them. And I have a strong feeling I'm not going to agree with her, you know, and I'm not going to come for her. I'm not going to talk about her in a negative way. You know, I'm going to respect her and what she has to say. The most I would do is probably just say something stupid. That's about it. But yeah, let's jump right into this because I just know this is going to be hilarious.
So I'm finna get up here and tell my business, but I don't usually do that, but whatever. So my birthday was coming up. It's literally, this situation happened about like a month and a half ago. So I was talking to this guy. I met him on Instagram or whatever. We went on a couple dates, and then like everything was cool. We was going on dates, vibing, everything was vibed out. Once I started bringing up my birthday, everything went. I kid you not. So I'm not the type of girl that be like, okay, you got to trick on me. Like I want a Birkin bag and a Chanel bag and this, that, and the third, yada, yada. I'm not saying that. But you got to fall in when it comes to my birthday. You got to help do something. I shouldn't book my hair appointment, my nail appointment, my toes appointment, my lash appointment, my this appointment. I should not be doing that by myself. Especially if you trying to do with me, I shouldn't be, no. Spend the pay. Anyway, so I was at the mall. I was doing a bit of Christmas shopping and birthday shopping. You already know, like, when you get in the mall, you're like, oh, my God, I spent so much money. And what do you want to do? You want to call your man and be like, oh, my God, I spent so much money. And in the fairy tale land, he going to send you the bread that you just spent. In a fairy tale land. So I call him. I'm voicing how I feel. Man's not falling in. He's just like, dang, what else you got to buy? That's crazy. Not falling in, not caring, not doing nothing. Meanwhile, I have already booked all my appointments for my birthday. He knew my birthday was coming up. I literally voiced that for him so many times. So I tried to give people the benefit of the doubt because it was very early. We had just started communicating or whatever. But I'm used to a certain type of treatment when it comes to certain things. So I voiced my opinion to him and he got immediately defensive. Like,
yeah, I gotta stop it right here. I'm not trying to make this video like how my last one was 8 minutes. I made it 45, but I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. I don't like when people say things that are contradictory to be like, oh, well, that's not the case. You know, I don't want you to trick on me because I'm not asking for a Birkin or a Chanel bag or anything like that, but I want you to pay for my nail appointments and everything like that. Yeah, no offense, but I think you're ugly. I'm gonna say no offense because I'm gonna say something that's offensive, but because I said no offense, it's not offensive. Not because you said I don't want you to trick on me doesn't mean that you don't want them to trick on them, because you're literally saying things that involve tricking, i.e. buy me things and give me things. Not because you're not asking for Chanel bag doesn't mean it's not in some form of tricking in a sense. And back to my last video I did on TikTok. I give that girl credit when she said that some women are prostitutes in a sense without the label, because this is kind of what it is. She openly said you got to put in and fall in line, especially if you want some stanky after. And it's like, so in other words, you want him to pay for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let her cook because there's so much I had to say about that. But it's funny because she also said in Fantasyland, you know, when you tell your man about all the money that you're spending and he's just gonna throw money at you, it's like, but you yourself said this is Fantasyland, so him not understanding your Fantasyland is his fault. And like I said, I like to pay attention to how people say things and how they voice things, because people like to believe that they're saying something in one way, then all of a sudden you come to find out that's not how you said it. Because she's like, oh, well, I kind of just told him, you know, hey, look, I made like a little notion about it, a mention about it. I'm not I'm not trying to make a comment about her because I don't know her, but I can almost guarantee that her mentioning of, hey, look, I'm spending money, aren't you gonna give me some money back, which is fucking asinine to think that, but okay. I guarantee you it wasn't done that subtly. I doubt it. I could be wrong, 100% wrong. I'm just saying I don't think it was.
I don't know who you think you is. I don't know nothing. That's how you know men be fanned out when they see all them Instagram followers or see them followers of the sort. Like, I never said that I was this top B word and I want a Chanel bag and a Birkin bag of the sort. No, like, fall in for my birthday. What is wrong with you? Like, you're not even why are you even by me if you what you doing me all day long while I'm swiping my own card? Like, why are you by me? And I'm not saying money is the all-time biggest thing in the world or you got to be spending so much bread. But there's no way a man should be sitting next to me or be okay with his woman spending all her money and complaining about spending all her money and he's not initiating her.
You just said that y'all was cooling, y'all was chilling. You went on a couple dates, but now he's your man?
Helping do nothing. So we argue about that. We end up not talking for like a good 3 days. So I call him. I'm like, yeah, you still got that attitude, you know, trying to be a little toxic, whatever. Boom. I'm like, you still got that attitude? He like, no, I ain't got no attitude, water. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because you didn't have no reason to get no attitude again. So boom, we get into it again. But the conversation goes smoothly. He said, like, you know, you was right. I get what you're saying. But then he proceeds to say, yeah, I'm not going to attend anything that happens on your birthday because I want you to enjoy your birthday. What? How do you go from saying I was right and then say you're not going to attend anything for my birthday? Just say you don't want to feel obligated to have to spend no bread on the B-Day. Like, what in the absolute, like, what? So I get so thrown off. But he proceeds to say, like, yeah, but on Friday, like, I'm going to see you and take you out to get something to eat. Like, we can get something to eat. He's not saying it's for the birthday, for your birthday, get dressed up, get nice, nothing. He's not saying nothing. He just want to probably go down the street and get some chicken wings. What? So I'm just like, I'm confused at this point. So,
did he say he was going to go down the street and get you some chicken wings?
Friday come around, and he's like, where do you want to go get some something to eat? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. You know, Fridays to be a little packed, so make sure you make a reservation. He instantly gets to saying, like, oh, what you don't want to be seen in public with me? What you mean is going to be packed? I said, no, I don't want to be seen in public with you. But I was joking. Like, I was literally joking. But eventually, I bring up the fact, like, shouldn't no man who not coming to none of my birthday stuff should be saying anything about wanting to be seen in public? Because I have said that, I brought that up too. Like, and when you're not coming to my birthday stuff, what, you don't want to be seeing with me in public or something? But I'm like literally joking. But he brought that up. So I'm just like, he like, I knew you was going to bring that up. I knew you was going to bring that up. And I'm just like, I mean, really clock the T. What we really talking about? So he brings that up, y'all. To speed it up, we going back and forth, bickering. I'm going in. He like, oh, you this, you weird, you this. I'm like, gee, now I'm cool. Like, I'm tired of giving people the benefit of the doubt because no reason that I should be giving no benefit of no doubt at all. I'm just trying to be a good, kind person. You know, everybody ain't got to be local scammer, big dog, woo woo woo. Like, I'm not, but you gonna do something. So we,
like I said, saying two contradictory things and being like, well, that's not true, but I'm not some local scammer, but you're gonna do something.
Arguing, and it get hectic in the argument. Like, it gets so bad. I'm like, okay, little girl, like, you acting like a girl. I ain't got time for that. I sent another message and the message didn't go through. This man done blocked me. He blocked me because he didn't want to spend no bread on my birthday. Then, so I used to send him like little TikToks on TikTok. So I go and I send my homegirl a TikTok. No, I go and I open the TikTok that she sent me on my app. And I see that it says like unknown user right underneath her name. I'm like, nigga, you went to the extent of blocking me via TikTok? You ever thought in your right medulla oblongata that I was going to ever reach out to somebody like you via TikTok?
Yeah, this is why we need to bring back shame. And I'll jump right into that after I address a few things. This is a type of woman, and like I said, I'm not trying to come at her. I'm really not, but I got to keep it a buck, keep a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. I mean, this is the type of woman you don't get involved with. Why? Because this sense of entitlement of you want to talk to me, you want my piece of my time, do something for me, give me something. If you're not, then what are you here for? So dating isn't about getting to know each other so you can build something and foster like love, commitment, and respect. And obviously no respect, because I can guarantee this is a light version of how she was speaking to this man. And obviously he probably was saying things back to her. But first of all, you hit him up after like the initial argument. And you're like, oh, you still got that little attitude. And she even said herself being a little bit toxic. He had the attitude, even though you was the one basically trying to have him pay for yours. Okay, and then you call him, oh, little girl. Oh, you acting like a straight female right now. I would have blocked. Actually, I'm not going to get into all that. But yeah, he was right to block you. Because what are you talking about? Why you disrespecting him like that? You know, it's his fault, honestly, for getting involved with someone like this. Because you should just know off rip. It don't take much to figure out, okay, this is one of them type of girls. I'm not even trying to deal with it. And that's fine. But, and yeah, that's fine. But it's just insane. So I said we need to bring back shaming. We need to start shaming people and calling people out and basically saying that they're stupid. And the reason I say that is because women like this hurt men and women when they spew nonsense out there into the atmosphere for other people to hear it. And when there's no one calling these people out, making them accountable for what they're saying, the nonsense that they're saying, it starts to like spread throughout society, and then people start thinking that this is, you know, the correct way of going about things and conducting themselves. And I'll break that down. So on the side of women, the reason why she's fucking this up for women and why she's making it harder for women out there to date is because she's setting up the precedent of these young women thinking, okay, for a guy to talk to me, he has to buy my affection, he needs to buy my attention. So F the values, F the morals, F the ethics, F, you know, his character and everything like that. But if he's paying for my nail appointments, if he's paying for my hair and my lashes and all that stuff, then he could get a piece of my time. Even though this could be a man that you have no business dealing with in the first place. Because we don't know the character of this man. She doesn't speak about it. And who knows, she probably doesn't even know his own character off rip anyway. Because she herself was confused as to why he wasn't falling in when it came to understanding that, you know, you're supposed to buy her things for her birthday, even though y'all went on a couple dates and whatever have you. So, but this is how people like this mess it up for people. So she's messing up for young women because she's having these young women believe, okay, this is what it takes for a man to talk to you. You know, he don't gotta buy you Chanel and Birkin, but he gotta do all this. He gotta put in all this superficial and monetary, you know, work to get to know you. And then especially because remember, she made notion that, hey, look, if you want to talk to me, especially and get inside my pants, hey, you gotta do a little something. That's what she said. I'll clip it and put it right there in the video.
But you gotta fall in when it comes to my birthday. You gotta help do something. I shouldn't book my hair appointment, my nail appointment, my toes appointment, my lash appointment, my this appointment. I should not be doing that by myself. Especially if you're trying to do with me. I shouldn't be. No, spend the pay.
So you're setting up the idea that, okay, boom, I'm not selling, but I mean, if you want to get to know me better. And it's like, that's not what young women in this day and age need to be hearing. Not this nonsense. Cause this is just insane. It's spreading delusion into thinking that off a couple dates I need to buy you shit, and I don't even know if I like you yet, and you want me to pay for your nail appointment. That's like a man being like, oh, we've been going out for like a little bit, I invited you back to my crib, you're not cooking. Say that to a bunch of women and see how they feel. Kind of they get skeeved out. They're like, oh, that's kind of foul. It's the same thing. And I don't want to make it like a hierarchy of what's important or not, but if we were to just put things in those terms of, okay, that's just kind of weird for you, because you are a weirdo for thinking something like that. You wanted to pay for your stuff, and then the way of going about it is just kind of twisted too. And maybe because my mind just doesn't work like that. So she's telling me that women go on telling their man about the amount of money that they're spending because they know the man is going to come forth and then give them money like, oh, don't worry about it, baby, I got you. Like, is that how your mind works? Because that's demented if you ask me. Now, to talk about how she's messing up for men. She's messing up for men because time and time again, women keep talking about how men keep throwing money at them. And women like this are setting up the precedence for men thinking, so this is what I need to do to get to women like this. If I want a beautiful woman on my arm, the minute I start talking to her, I gotta love bomb her, shower her with gifts, and give her whatever she wants. Or her birthday coming up, I gotta pay for her nails, this, that, and third. And I'm not even in a relationship with this woman. You know what I'm saying? Women like this give the whole dating scene a bad name because young men are seeing this thinking that this is the way. This is the way to get to know a woman. I had to pay for her. And that's not right. You know, what's wrong with just going on a date, getting to know someone? Okay, cool, your birthday's coming up. Okay, hey, look, I have an event. You know, I'm going out with my homegirls, some of my people, my family, and I want you to come. You know, you're this guy I'm interested in talking to, yada, yada, yada. What's wrong with that? You know, and I'm not even old fashioned. I'm 26, and that's how I see things. That's how I'm thinking about it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm delaying, maybe I'm corny, but especially if you're not my woman, what do I look like paying for your nails, your hair, your lashes? And excuse me? You want me to do all that? And look, the toxic side of me wants to go, you ain't bust them cheeks wide open and you want me to pay for shit? You wild for that because you might not even like me at the end. So what are we talking about right now? That's kind of crazy, but we're not being toxic. That's the crazy part. And people like this is what's really effing it up. Because like I said, women are thinking that this is what it takes, this is what it means to be a woman dating in this day and age. And then men are out here thinking, okay, this is what I have to become. This is this type of guy I have to be, you know. And she made a comment about how she's used to a certain standard, but it's like, okay, you're here talking to this guy now. So obviously the standard isn't really doing well for you because you're still single. Pretty much asking a guy to pay for your like nail, hair, lashes, and whatever else treatment. You know, the whole thing is just it's insane to me. It's pretty insane because I just don't understand how a person could just think like that. Oh, I've been we went on a couple of dates and we hung out a little bit. We chilling, we vibing, and my birthday's coming up. I'm dropping hints. He's not getting that. He has to start paying for stuff. What are you talking about? As a man, guide that relationship however you want it to be guided, however you want it to be like done. Sure, cool, fine. If you want to do all that for your woman, cool. But for me, I'm not saying that you have to earn any of that, but my thing is there's certain levels to it. If we just started dating, I'm not going to be paying for your nails, your hair, and everything like that because I don't really know you like that. You know, I'm getting to know you. We're dating to figure out what this is going to be and if this is going to be something that's going to turn into a long-term thing. You know, obviously when you've been my girl for like a minute or however long I deem to be like a minute, then yeah, you ain't got to worry about any of that. And then definitely when it comes to like different levels, I don't believe in buying girlfriends cars and I don't believe in doing all that. You my wife, of course I'll do that shit for you. But if you just my girlfriend and you don't have like the ultimate label, that ring on that finger, then I'm not doing all of that. But that's a whole nother tangent. But yeah, no, I'm gonna keep this one short because I don't need like a whole nother 45-minute video. And she was right. Fantasyland has her thinking like that. Maybe she should get out of Fantasyland. But, you know, more power to her. If that's how she wants to run things, if that's how she wants to, you know, deal with men, cool. You know, you want men to pay for you and give you things and like, you know, and I'm going to use her words because she's trying to be humble. Not buy a Birkin or Chanel, but like, you know, pay for this. Sure, you're going to find those caliber of men because it doesn't take much to pay for those things. It really doesn't. It's easy. But if you don't start looking for character, you know, values and a person that's going to respect you, respect your time, respect your family, you know, and then try to uplift you and build with you, not monetarily, but build with you, like, you know, internally and everything like that, then cool. See how long you last. You know, you're going to keep coming across a certain caliber of men that you're not going to enjoy, you know. But hey, don't listen to me. I'm single, you know. I may not know what I'm talking about, but hey, you know. But yeah, that's it for this video. You know, keeping this one short and sweet in comparison to my other video. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, you know, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Have you ever like been that guy to just outright pay for things and then you kind of learn on the back end that, hey, that was a bad idea? Yeah, you know, start a conversation. Let's hear what you have to say. And subscribe if you want to see more. But yeah, peace.